Bhyo Namaha, Harihi Om, Namaste. Welcome to session 58 of the Sundarakandam learning series. So today we are in the middle of the 18th Sarga, labeled here only as 19, don't worry. So we have seen so far 16 shlokas of the 18th Sarga. Here, Ravana has woken up and he is now going into Ashokavana in search of Sita Mata. She is the first thing that he thinks of the moment he wakes up from his sleep. Accompanied by just 100 beautiful women, he enters the Ashokavana. Each woman has a role to play, including carrying lamps to light his path, waving fans, carrying a large white umbrella resembling a royal swan, carrying comfortable cushions for him to sit on. Each one has a role to play in his retinue. So then he is on his way. Now the description of the women is happening in these particular shlokas. So let us see shloka number 17. घूर्णन्त्यो मदशेषेण घूर्णन्त्यो मदशेषेण निद्रया च शुभाननाः निद्रया च शुभाननाः स्वेदक्लिष्टाङ्गकुसुमाः स्वेदक्लिष्टाङ्गकुसुमाः सुमाल्याकुलमूर्धजाः सुमाल्याकुलमूर्धजाः घूर्णन्त्यो मदशेषेण निद्रया च शुभाननाः घूर्णन्त्यो मदशेषेण निद्रया च शुभाननाः स्वेदक्लिष्टाङ्गकुसुमाः सुमाल्याकुलमूर्धजाः स्वेदक्लिष्टाङ्गकुसुमाः सुमाल्याकुलमूर्धजाः together घूर्णन्त्यो मदशेषेण निद्रया च शुभाननाः स्वेदक्लिष्टाङ्गकुसुमाः सुमाल्याकुलमूर्धजाः. So घूर्णन्त्यः मदशेषेण निद्रया च घूर्णन्त्यः स्वेदक्लिष्टाङ्ग कुसुमाः सुमाल्याकुलमूर्धजाः. Okay, Anvayuhu followed him. Okay, so who were they? Madasheshena, because of remnants of intoxication from the previous night's intoxication, Nidraya cha ghurnantyah, and also because of sleep. Ghurnanti means those who were weaving their path. They were not walking straight. They were walking in a very odd way, as if they were still inebriated. Okay, so ghurnantyah, they were walking here and there without a proper direction. This is how the women were walking. Sweda Krishtanga Kusumaha. Because of the Sweda, sweater, their Anga Kusumaha, the flowers on their person, had become Krishtanga, had become crushed, had become wilted. So wilted because they were previous evening's flowers and they had worn it throughout the night. Having woken up, they didn't have time to even change out of those old garlands. So the garlands appeared wilted and a little wet due to the previous night's sweat. Sumalyakula Murdhajaha, adorned with beautiful flowers which had slightly wilted in their hair. Okay, such women, Anvayuhu, we have to add the verb. They followed who Ravana. Ravanam Anvayuhu. They followed Ravana. I hope the meaning is clear. Context is set in the 16th verse. 16th verse talks about Vyavidhara Keyuraha, Samamrutita Varnakaha, Samagarita Keshantaha, Sasweda Vadanaha, Tatha Anvayuhu. This also is Anvayuhu. Followed. They followed Ravana. Next shloka. Prayantam Nairitapatim Naryo Madiralochanaha Naryo Madiralochanaha Bahumanacha Kamacha Priya Bharyastamanvayuhu Priya Bharyastamanvayuhu Prayantam Nairitapatim Naryo Madiralochanaha Prayantam Nairitapatim नार्यो मदिरलोचनाः बहुमानाच्च कामाच्च प्रिया भार्यास्तमन्वयुः बहुमानाच्च कामाच्च प्रिया भार्यास्तमन्वयुः टुगेदर प्रयान्तं नैरृतपतिं नार्यो मदिरलोचनाः बहुमानाच्च कामाच्च प्रिया भार्यास्तमन्वयुः. Now, anvayuhu, verb. Previous two shlokas also carry the same verb. They followed. Who did they follow? Tam prayantam anvayuhu. The one who had set out on the path. Who had set out on the path into the Ashokavana? Ravana. Tam prayantam is the one whom they followed, Ravana. So how are they described? Te naryaha, priyaha, bharyaha. Okay. Priyaha, bharyaha means what? The beloved wives. Okay. They are now described with all these adjectives of the previous two shlokas also. Madira lochanaha, the ones with drunken eyes or ones with intoxicated eyes. Okay. Naryaha, these women. Bahumanacha kamacha. Bahumanat, out of great respect. Kamacha, out of love. Okay. In the meaning of hetu, it is in Panchami Vibhakti. Okay, Panchami Vibhakti, Bahumanat, Kamat, these words are in Panchami Vibhakti. Why? In the sense of hetu or cause. So why did they follow him? Out of respect for him and out of love for him. Okay, so Bahumanat cha Kamat cha tam prayantam. Kaham, kam Ravanam. Nairitapatim, the lord of the Rakshasas. Nairita is another name for Rakshasa. We have seen before, I don't know if you have seen before, Rakshasaha, Kraunapaha, Kravyat, Kravyadasrapa, Asraha. These are all different names. Ratrimcharaha, Karburo, Nikashatmajaha, Nairitaha, Yatudhanaha. These are all names for Rakshasas. Okay, as per Amarakosha. So Nairitaha, right? Nairiti is one lord, right, of the directions. Nairitaha refers to Rakshasas, those who walk in the night. Nishacharaha. This is another word for Rakshasas. Okay, so Nairitapatim, the lord of the Rakshasas, Ravanam, Anvayuhu. I hope the meaning is clear. I'll move forward. स च कामपराधीनः पतिस्तासां महाबलः सीतासक्तमनामन्दो मदाञ्चितगतिर्बभौ those who have your videos off, I request you, unless you have permission from me, please keep your videos on because I find it difficult to teach otherwise. I don't know if the class is following or not if your video is off. Sachakamaparadhinaha patistasam mahabalaha Sachakamaparadhinaha patistasam mahabalaha Sita Saktamanamando Madanchitagatir सीतासक्तमनामन्दो मदाञ्चितगतिर्बभौ together सचकमपराधीनः पतिस्तासां महाबलः सीतासक्तमनामन्दो मदाञ्चितगतिर्बभौ. Now this is the condition of all the women, 100 of them following their lord out of love and respect. What is the condition of their lord? Sahacha. Okay. Sahacha and he. Who is this he? Ravana. How is he? Tasam patihi. Their husband. Mahabalaha. The mighty one. Okay. Kama paradhinaha. Under the influence of Kama. Towards whom? Sita Mata. Not his wives. But under the influence of Kama. Mandaha. Looking dull. Sita Saktamanaha. One whose mind was fully fixed on Sita out of Kama. Madanchita gatihi bhabhu. Madanchita gatihi. Gati means the speed of walk, the way he was walking. Mada anchita gati. The moment your walk is affected by your mada, it becomes slow, unfocused, not properly directed. So he was also walking as if he was under the influence of great intoxication. Okay, so he was also not walking straight and slowly, as if he's in the grip of his mother. So walking slowly. Babhau, he became. Okay. ततः काञ्चीनिनादञ्च ततः काञ्चीनिनादञ्च नूपुराणाञ्च निस्वनम् नूपुराणाञ्च निस्वनम् शुश्राव परमस्त्रीणाम् शुश्राव परमस्त्रीणाम् स कपिर्मारुतात्मजः स कपिर्मारुतात्मजः ततः काञ्चीनिनादञ्च नूपुराणाञ्च निस्वनम् ततः काञ्चीनिनादञ्च नूपुराणाञ्च निस्वनम् शुश्राव परमस्त्रीणाम् स कपिर्मारुतात्मजः शुश्राव परमस्त्रीणाम् स कपिर्मारुतात्मजः टुगेदर ततः काञ्चीनिनादञ्च नूपुराणाञ्च निस्वनम् शुश्राव परमस्त्रीणाम् स कपिर्मारुतात्मजः. As you would have guessed, now this shloka is about Hanuman. Saha kapihi marutatmajaha. He the monkey, the son of Vayu. Tataha, then. Okay. Paramastrinam kanchi ninadancha nupuranam niswanam shushrava. Paramastrinam, of these superior women, of these women of the royal harem, kanchi ninadam. Kanchi refers to the waist belt. When the kanchi makes a waist sound, ninadam means the sound of the jingling bells at the waist belt is how we must understand. Okay, so they were wearing golden waist belts with a lot of precious stones encrusted on it, and also these small bells that were strung onto the waist belt. And as they moved, it made a jingling noise. So from the sound of the bells on the waist belts, cha and nupuranam cha niswanam. This you would have guessed from the anklets. From the sound of the anklets, he understood, he heard this and he understood that somebody was coming in. Okay, so now next. So first is sound gives them away. Tam cha pratima karmanam, tam cha pratima karmanam, achintya bala paurusham, achintya bala paurusham, dwaradeshamanu dwaradeshamanu dadarsha hanuman kapihi dadarsha hanuman kapihi तं चाप्रतिमकर्माणम् अचिन्त्यबलपौरुषम् तं चाप्रतिमकर्माणम् अचिन्त्यबलपौरुषम् द्वारदेशमनुप्राप्तम् ददर्श हनुमान् कपिः द्वारदेशमनुप्राप्तम् ददर्श हनुमान् कपिः. Together. तं चाप्रतिमकर्माणम् अचिन्त्यबलपौरुषम् द्वारदेशमनुप्राप्तम् ददर्श हनुमान् कपिः. Hanuman kapihi dadarsha. Hanuman now saw. First he heard the sound of these women's ornaments. Now he sees. Whom does he see? Tam Ravanam. Okay. Kapihi Hanuman. Tam dadarsha. He saw Ravana. All the words are adjectives for Ravana. Apratima karmanam. One whose works, one whose deeds. Pratima refers to comparison or means to describe. There is no way to describe or compare his deeds. Superior, incomparable deeds. One of incomparable deeds. Achintya bala paurusham. One whose bala, strength, paurusha, valor, cannot be even imagined. Achintya, that which cannot be, one of unimaginable strength and valor. Dwaradesham anupraptam. One who had attained or reached the entrance. Dwaradesha means entrance arch. One who had reached the entrance arch of Ashokavana. Tam Ravanam Dadarsha. It's almost like an irony, no? Previous shloka talks about the great one being laid low by Kama for Sita Mata, and this shloka talks about such a great warrior, so strong, so powerful, so valorous, and what happens to him? He is walking unsteadily towards Sita Mata. Okay, but how does Hanuman see him is described here. दीपिकाभिरनेकाभिः दीपिकाभिरनेकाभिः समन्तात् अवभासितम् समन्तादवभासिताम् sorry avabhasitam avabhasitam oh deepikabhi correct samantat avabhasitam gandhatailavasiktабhiः gandhatailavasiktабhiः. Please add the bihi in the text here on the screen. It is not there, but please ensure that you say the visarga sound or the repha. I think in the Giri book it is there, no? गन्धतैलावसिक्ताभिर्द्रियमाणाभिरग्रतः ध्रियमाणाभिरग्रतः दीपिकाभिरनेकाभिः समन्तात् अवभासिताम् दीपिकाभिरनेकाभिः समन्तात् अवभासिताम् गन्धतैलावसिक्ताभिर्द्रियमाणाभिरग्रतः गन्धतैलावसिक्ताभिर्द्रियमाणाभिरग्रतः together दीपिकाभिरनेकाभिः समन्तात् अवभासिताम् गन्धतैलावसिक्ताभिर्द्रियमाणाभिरग्रतः. Okay. We have to add the word dadarsha from the previous sloka. Saha kapihi Hanuman dadarsha. What did he see? Gandhatailavasiktабhiः. Okay. Gandha taila. Gandha refers to fragrant. Taila refers to oil. Gandha taila, fragrant oil. Avasiktabhihi, drenched in fragrant oil. Agrataha, dhriyamanabihi, carried forward or carried ahead. Anekabihi, deepikabihi, with many kinds of lamps. Samantat avabhasitam, glowing everywhere, all around. Dadarsha. So it was very dark. It is only pre-dawn time. Sun had not yet risen. Okay. So according to Tilaka, this was a Shukla Paksha Dwadashi, last yama of the night. Okay. So being the last prahara of the night, it was still very dark. And on this day, even with the moon had already set. And before the sunrise, therefore it was lit by so many lamps, says Tilaka, Ramayana Tilaka commentary. Ramayana Tilaka also makes an interesting point. The very fact that Hanuman is able to see Ravana and all these women is very interesting, because Ravana had protected the Ashokavana with a magical spell. That apart from the custodian of the Vana by name Shankukarna, Rakshasa by name Shankukarna, only Shankukarna could see Ravana. Okay. No other male could see Ravana within the garden. Only the female Rakshasis could see him. Males weren't allowed also. And if at all there was any other male, even a child could not see him. But Hanuman, although a monkey, is still a male. He could see him. So Tilaka makes a note of it in his commentary, saying that it is a wonder that Hanuman could see him. He was not bound by Ravana's magic at all. Okay. So then we move on to the next shloka. Somebody has a hand raised. Ha, Kausalya ji, why is your hand raised? Sorry. You're on mute. Kausalya ji, you're still on mute. I'm not able to hear you. Can you type in the chat window otherwise? Aarti ji, yeah.
Ma'am, are you aware? Gemini Notes is taking notes of the class.
Gemini Notes is taking notes of the class.
Yeah.
Who has put Gemini Notes on?
Every 3 minutes, it's getting summarized, ma'am, what you're telling.
Wonderful. Where is this happening? Let me
I accidentally put it on, ma'am.
Let it be on. Who accidentally put it on?
Yeah.
Rupa ji?
Yes, ma'am. I accidentally turned it on.
Let it be. No, we'll just see what happens. Varsharamesh explained that very well. You reported speech. Okay. This level of, I'm impressed with AI. Yeah. Let it take notes. No, we'll just see at the end of it. It's a good experiment to know if we can actually take notes out of this class.
Sure. Everybody can take, ma'am, or we have to record the class.
So actually, if you go to the right top button, Gemini is taking notes, and you see there, you will
Ma'am,
see
everybody cannot, ma'am. Meeting hosts can take it. You will get the transcript. You can share it with others, ma'am.
we'll do that.
Host and co-host.
Rupaji, please try doing it at the end of the class. Yeah, we'll try doing this one. This will help.
I need to figure out where it is saved and stuff like that. Once I figure it out, I'll
Yeah, sure. Thank you for pointing this. Kausalya, did you want to say the same thing or something else? Not able to hear you still. Log out and log back in. Okay. So meanwhile, I'll
No,
move.
she was saying she has typed it in the
Chat box.
WhatsApp.
And my phone is not with me.
இல்ல சர்கா 19 போட்டிருக்கு சர்கா 18 நீங்க சொன்ன கிளாஸ்ல
I edit பண்ணேன். Actually, when I edited it, 19th I added on to this. So I did one auto replace of 18 with 19, and even the earlier slides got replaced. But we are still in Sarga 18 only. In the video that we have released today on YouTube, it will show properly as Sarga 18. Don't worry. Chanting guide. Okay. Class may whatever it shows, it shows. Okay. Now next shloka I'll move on to. कामदर्पमदैर्युक्तं जिह्मतां रायते क्षणं समक्षमिव कन्दर्पम् अपविद्धः शरासनम् कामदर्पमदैर्युक्तं जिह्मतां रायते क्षणं समक्षमिव कन्दर्पम् अपविद्धः शरासनम् together. कामदर्पमदैर्युक्तं जिह्मतां रायते क्षणं समक्षमिव कन्दर्पम् अपविद्धः शरासनम्. On first sight, he said, how resplendent he looks, lit up by all these torches. The great warrior Ravana has entered. Now he's taking a closer look. So what is he seeing? Kama darpa madaihi yuktam. Yuktam means what? With. What was he filled with? Kama. Okay, Kama for Sita Mata. Darpa, arrogance, pride in his strength. Madaha, filled with the intoxication of his own power and his own valor. Okay, what makes us intoxicated? It is not just intoxicating substances like the wine that we consume or the sense objects that make us intoxicated. It is also emotions of pride, right? So blinded by Mada, we say, no? That is the Mada referred here. He was so full of his arrogance and so full of his own greatness that he did not even spare a glance as to the potential of a threat in the Vana. Okay. Jihmatamraya tekshanam. His ikshana eyes, tamra ayatekshanam. They were slightly bloodshot. And they were jihma. He had long, curved, beautiful eyelashes. Ravana's eyelashes. Long, curved, beautiful eyelashes. Compared now to Kandarpamiva. Like Manmata. Kandarpa also means Manmata. Apavidha sharasanam samaksham kandarpamiva dadarsha. Dadarsha we have to add. Okay. Apavidha sharasanam. Sharasanam refers to what? The quiver. Apavidha means one who had set aside his quiver of arrows. As if Manmatha was on leave. When Manmatha is on leave, he will not be carrying his bow and arrow. Right? In the same way, 1 second, I'll have to be on mute. sorry, there was an urgent call which I had to take. Okay, so where was I? Apavidha Sharasanam, as if he had set aside his quiver. Okay, Samaksham Kandarpamiva, Sakshat, directly, like Manmatha. This is how Ravana appeared to Hanuman. Okay, so like Manmatha without his bow, he appeared very, very handsome. Okay, even with as a bow for Manmatha is a sign of strength. For him, he was not carrying any weapon. A very powerful Rakshasa, very handsome like Manmatha, without any weapons in hand, because he had come only to woo Sita Mata. Mathitamritaphenabham, Mathitamritaphenabham, Arajo Vastramuttamam, Arajo Vastramuttamam, Salilamanukarshantam, Salilamanukarshantam, Vimuktam Saktamangade, Vimuktam Saktamangade. Mathitamritaphenabham, Arajo Vastramuttamam, Mathitamritaphenabham, Arajo Vastramuttamam, Salilamanukarshantam, Vimuktam Saktamangade. Salilam anukarshantam, Vimuktam saktamangade. Together. Mathitamritaphenabham, Arajo Vastramuttamam, Salilam anukarshantam, Vimuktam saktamangade. Anukarshantam dadarsha. He saw. Saha kapihi Marutatmajaha Hanuman dadarsha. He saw. What did he see? Mathita amrita phenabham arajaha vastram, vimuktam arajaha vimuktam angade saktam uttamam vastram, salilam anukarshantam tadarsha. Anukarshantam, okay, one who was dragging it. Anukarshana means to drag. Okay, how was he dragging it? Salilam anukarshantam, playfully dragging it. What was he playing? Who? Ravana. So what was Ravana playfully dragging? Uttamam vastram, his superior garment. What had happened to it? Vimuktam, it had gone away from its place. But Angade Saktam, it was caught in his Angada or his armlet. So falling off from his shoulders, his beautiful garment had gotten caught on his armlet. Okay, pulling that along playfully, Ravana was walking. What is the other word? Mathitamrita phenabham arajaha. These are adjectives for the vastram. Mathita amrita phena abham. Abha means radiance. Okay. Iva is not mentioned. Okay. So we should take it as a Rupaka Alankara. So Rupaka Alankara meaning what? Mathita, churned, amrita, nectar, phena, foam. Okay. White like the foam of churned nectar. His garment appeared like this. Okay. White like the foam of churned nectar. Arajaha, absolutely free from dust. Okay, so casually, without even recognizing the cost or the quality of his garment, Ravana was just dragging it along in his hurry to meet Sita Mata. Okay, that is what is being conveyed here by the fact Salilam Anukarshantam. Very playfully, he was just dragging it off. Tam patra vitapelinaha, tam patra vitapelinaha, Patra pushpa ghanavritaha, Patra pushpa ghanavritaha, Samipam upasankrantam, Samipam upasankrantam, Nidhyatum upachakrame, Nidhyatum upachakrame. Tam patra vitapelinaha, Patra pushpa ghanavritaha, Tam patra vitapelinaha, Patra pushpa ghanavritaha, Samipam upasankrantam, Nidhyatum upachakrame, Samipam upasankrantam, Nidhyatum upachakrame. Together. Tam patra vitapelinaha, Patra pushpa ghanavritaha, Samipam upasankrantam nidhyatum upachakrame. Upachakrame. Okay. Upachakrame means he started. Okay. Samipam sankrantamiva tam patra vitape linaha patra pushpa ghanavritah nidhyatum upachakrame. What is the word nidhyatum means? To scan the identity. Somebody has come in. He doesn't know who it is. He may have his suspicions, but he still doesn't know for sure. So nidhyatum upachakrame, started to analyze, started to investigate. Who? Samipam Sankrantam, one who was approaching nearby. Samipam means nearby, Sankrantam means walking towards. Tam, Ravanam. Patravitape Linaha, one who was concealed. Linaha means concealed. It means what? On the branch covered with leaves. On a leafy branch, one who was concealed. So here, this is the word for Hanuman. The one who was concealed among the leaves started to scan the identity of the one who was. One more word to describe him. Patra Pushpa Ghanavritaha. He was thickly covered by or completely covered by Patra and Pushpa, leaves and flowers. So, maintaining his position of secrecy, Hanuman scanned the identity of the approaching retinue carefully. All this also shows again the nature of a Duta, the nature of a person who's to do such an important task. He doesn't leap into the fray, so to speak. He waits, carefully scans, understands before drawing or jumping into conclusions. Avekshamaanastu tato, Avekshamaanastu tato, ददर्श कपिकुञ्जरः ददर्श कपिकुञ्जरः रूपयौवनसम्पन्नाः रूपयौवनसम्पन्ना रावणस्य वनस्त्रियः वरस्त्रियः रावणस्य वरस्त्रियः अवेक्षमाणस्तु ततो ददर्श कपिकुञ्जरः अवेक्षमाणस्तु ततो ददर्श कपिकुञ्जरः रूपयौवनसम्पन्ना रावणस्य वरस्त्रियः रूपयौवनसम्पन्ना रावणस्य वरस्त्रियः टुगेदर अवेक्षमाणस्तु ततो ददर्श कपिकुञ्जरः रूपयौवनसम्पन्ना रावणस्य वरस्त्रियः. Okay, वरस्त्रियः ददर्श. He sees the beautiful women. Tataha, then. Kapikunjaraha, the elephant among monkeys. Probably Valmiki is praising him thus because he has shown great restraint. Avekshamanaha, one who was looking carefully. Ravanasya, of Ravana. Rupa Yauvana Sampannaha, endowed with youth and beauty. Varastriyaha, supreme women. Dadarsha, saw. Okay, so he carefully scans the identity of the approaching party, carefully noting each one of the beautiful women. Tabhih parivruto raja, Tabhih parivruto raja, Surupabhir mahayashah, Surupabhir mahayashah, Tanmrigatvija sanghushtam, Tanmrigatvija sanghushtam, Pravishtah pramadavanam, Pravishtah pramadavanam, Tabhih parivruto raja, Surupabhir mahayashah, Tabhih parivruto raja, Surupabhir mahayashah, Tanmrigatvija sanghushtam, Pravishtah pramadavanam, Tanmrigatvija sanghushtam, Pravishtah pramadavanam. Together. Tabhih parivruto raja, Surupabhir mahayashah, Tanmrigatvija sanghushtam, Pravishtah pramadavanam. Okay, Pravishtaha asit, had entered. Mahayashaha Raja, the famous, glorious Raja, King Ravana. Surupabhihi Tabihi, with the beautiful women. Surupa, feminine padam. So we have to obviously understand it to mean women only, with the beautiful women. Parivritaha, surrounded. So surrounded by beautiful women. Mriga Dvija Sanghushtam Tat Pramadavanam. Mriga, animals. Dvija, birds. Sanghushtam. Sanghushtam means with a collection of mriga, with a collection of animals and birds. Tat Pramadavanam. That vana or forest, Ashokavana, meant for Pramada or meant for women. Okay, it is a pleasure garden for Ravana and his harem and his women. Pravishtaha. Asit. Ravanaha. Ravanaha. The Pravishtaha Ravanaha. One who had entered was Ravana. So, Ravana had entered the pleasure garden for women surrounded by beautiful women. That is the meaning. I hope it's clear. Kartripadam is not directly mentioned as Ravana. Kartripadam is Pravishtaha, one who had entered. Who is that? Ravana. Kshibo Vichitrabharanaha. Kshibo Vichitrabharanaha. Shankukarno Mahabalaha. Shankukarno Mahabalaha. Tena Vishravasah Putraha. Tena Vishravasah Putraha. Sadrishto Rakshasadhipaha. Sadrishto Rakshasadhipaha. Kshibo Vichitrabharanaha. Shankukarno Mahabalaha. Kshibo Vichitrabharanaha. Shankukarno Mahabalaha. Tena Vishravasah Putraha. Sadrishto Rakshasadhipaha. Tena Vishravasah Putraha. Sadrishto Rakshasadhipaha. Rajiji, some Pataveda or something. Why are you looking confused?
Nothing, ma'am. The second line, wish.
Vishravasah.
I didn't get the pronunciation, so I just.
Now you got it? Vishravasah.
Yes.
Okay. Together. Kshibo Vichitrabharanaha. Shankukarno Mahabalaha. Tena Vishravasah Putraha. Sadrishto Rakshasadhipaha. Next look also we have to see for the Anvaya. Vritah Paramanaribhihi. Vritah Paramanaribhistara Chandramaha. Tarabhiriva Chandramaha. Tam Dadarsha Mahatejaha. Tam Dadarsha Mahatejas. Tejovantam Mahakapihi. Tejovantam Mahakapihi. Vritah Paramanaribhistarabhiriva Chandrama. Vritah Paramanaribhistarabhiriva Chandrama. Tam Dadarsha Mahatejas. Tejovantam Mahakapihi. Tam Dadarsha Mahatejas. Tejovantam Mahakapihi. Together. Vritah Paramanaribhistarabhiriva Chandramaha. Tam Dadarsha Mahatejas. Tejovantam Mahakapihi. Okay, now let's do the Anvaya. Tam Dadarsha. He saw Mahakapihi Dadarsha. He still hasn't made up his mind that it is Ravana. Correct? He is still investigating. So what does he see? Shivaha. One who is excited or intoxicated by drink. Okay. Vichitra Bharanaha. One who is wearing, you can either take it as wonderful or colorful or unusual. So one who is wearing unusual ornaments like a great king. Okay. One wearing colorful ornaments. Either way you can take it. Shankukarnaha. One with long pointed ears. Okay. This is said to be one of the features of Ravana. Because of his excessive pride, his ears are said to be sticking outwards. Okay. So like, you know, that goblin ears. So long tapering ears. Okay. Just Anantarama Dikshitar in his commentary who says it is because of his great pride that his nose, if everybody's nose goes up in the air, for him his ears stick out because of his excessive pride. Okay. So Vishravasaha Putraha. Pulastya was the name of the Saptarishi. Pulastya's son was Vishravas. Okay, Vishravas had two children, Kubera, Ravana, respectively. So both are called Vaishravana. Okay, Kubera also is called Vaishravana. Ravana also can be called Vaishravana. Mothers were different. Okay, he had a Rakshasi mother. So Vishravasaha Putraha, son of Vishravas. Tarabihi Chandramaiva, like the moon surrounded by stars. In this case, the comparison is to Rama and Ravana and the beautiful women. Paramanari Vihi Vritaha, surrounded by beautiful women. Paramanari Vihi Vritaha means surrounded. Saha Rakshasadikaha, he is the chief of the Rakshasas. Mahatejaha Mahakapihi. Okay, Mahatejaha, the effulgent one. Mahakapihi, the great monkey. Tena Tejovantam tam, by him. Tejovantam tam, this resplendent one was seen. Dadarsha was seen. Okay, so that's how the Anvaya goes. Next shloka. Now only he says, it is must be Ravana. Ravanoyam mahabahu, Ravanoyam mahabahur, iti sanchintya vanaraha, iti sanchintya vanaraha, avapluto mahateja, avapluto mahateja, Hanuman marutatmajaha, Hanuman marutatmajaha, Ravanoyam mahabahur, iti sanchintya vanaraha, Ravanoyam mahabahur, iti sanchintya vanaraha, avapluto mahateja, Hanuman marutatmajaha, avapluto mahateja, Hanuman marutatmajaha. Together. Ravanoyam mahabahur, iti sanchintya vanaraha, avapluto mahateja, Hanuman marutatmajaha. Saraswati, your hand is raised.
Yes, madam. In my book, Ravanoyam Mahabahu iti Sanjan Vanara. After that, the sentence is Soyameva Pura Shete Puramate Grihotame.
Very good. So that actually is a nice linking line. Which book are you following? Gita Press?
Gita Press only.
Okay. Since we are following the Giri book, that line is not there. But that line which you are quoting is a perfect line for bridging. I also saw it in the Gita Press book.
Yeah.
I'll explain the meaning with it. Just give me a second. I'll explain the meaning with it. Okay.
So we should say it with it or we should not, because it's a link meaning. No?
Yeah.
That's why.
We are following one book. I did not add that line in this text to confuse, because see, I have already told follow the Giri book. It is better to follow one book. But when you are doing Parayan at home, no, it doesn't matter. Please stand as it is in your book.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Class purpose only for learning. That one line's meaning I'll explain now, because it is a linking line.
Exactly. So you will be telling for all the three lines the meaning, correct, madam?
Wait.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. But I really like it that you're so proactive and you're thinking of, this is the linking line. No, I should tell this to the class. Thank you. Okay. So now I'll explain the meaning. So here, Avaplutaha, left. Hanuman, left. Okay. So Marutatmajaha, Vanaraha, the son of Vayu, Hanuman. Mahatejaha, Hanuman, the effulgent Hanuman. Ayam Mahabahu, Ravanaha, iti sanchintya. Ayam Mahabahu, this might be Ravana. Thus thinking, Avaplutaha, he left off the tree. So what is his instinct? Let me confront him. The sentence which she just said, Soyameva Purashete, what does that mean? In the Antapura, I had seen him long ago. Purashete, long ago, he was the one whom I had seen sleeping. So this is called Pratyavigya. You see somebody, okay, not 10 years, even 2 hours ago, and then you see them again. But their position is different. Soyameva Devataha, Soyameva Purashete. He is the one whom I saw seen sleeping before. So he makes the link. Why this is a linking statement is, how is he able to recognize this is only Ravana? In the Antapura, as you've seen earlier, when he did the searching, he saw this massive Rakshasa sleeping right in the middle of the harem, surrounded by beautiful women and a lot of food and drink, right in the banquet hall. So he knows this is how he looks. Now that he sees him walking, first the light was not perfect. Only the light of the lamps was glowing. As he comes nearer and nearer, he's watching carefully. And then say, this is Ravana. I saw him sleeping before. So now he's got a logical basis for his conclusion. Then let us see his reaction. First reaction is to jump and confront. Does he follow through? We'll see. He's jumped. I hope the meaning is clear. Saraswati, meaning clear?
Yes, madam. Meaning is very correct.
Great.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I got it.
Yeah, great. For the others also, I hope you understood that that linking line helps us get the meaning. Why did he recognize this is Ravana? That's all. That's why I said I'll bring that meaning also into the explanation. Satathaapyugrat, sorry, Satathaapyugratejah san, Satathaapyugratejah san, Nirdhutastasya tejasa, Nirdhutastasya tejasa, Patragulmantare sakto, Patragulmantare sakto, Hanuman sambrito bhavat, Hanuman sambrito bhavat, Satathaapyugratejah sannirdhutastasya tejasa, Satathaapyugratejah sannirdhutastasya tejasa, Patragulmantare sakto, Hanuman sambrito bhavat, Patragulmantare sakto, Hanuman sambrito bhavat. Together. Satathaapyugratejah sannirdhutastasya tejasa, Patragulmantare sakto, Hanuman sambrito bhavat, Patragulmantare sakto, Hanuman sambrito bhavat. Satathaapyugratejah sannirdhutastasya tejasa, Patragulmantare sakto, Hanuman sambrito bhavat. Sambritaha abhavat, remained concealed. Okay, tatha. Then, Ugratejaha, possessed of extraordinary effulgence energy, Saha Hanuman, that Hanuman, Tasya tejasa nirdhutaha, Tasya Ravanasya, by Ravana's tejasa, by his effulgence, by his might, nirdhutaha, taken aback. He had earlier seen the sleeping lion. Now he is seeing the walking lion, and the walking lion is looking very ferocious. So what is he saying? Let me take a step back. So nirdhutaha, taken aback. Patra guhyantare saktaha, gulmantare saktaha. Patra means leaves, gulma means the bushes and the foliage. Saktaha, covered. Samvritaha abhavat, attached to. Samvritaha, covered. Abhavat, remained. So he took a step back again. Taken aback by the radiance of Ravana, he took a step back again. And who's the one taking the step back? He himself is described by Valmiki as Ugratejaha, the one with great effulgence. The one with great effulgence saw Ravana with great effulgence and was taken back. This is to say that Hanuman was covered. Not at all. Just that one with great effulgence, a person with great effulgence will know how to get a correct reckoning of the enemy's power before attacking or confronting. It is not that Hanuman steps back from confronting. He does confront. But before confronting, he has a full account of the enemy's power. We will see that in the later sargas also. Satamasitakee shantam, Satamasitake shantam, Sushronim samhatastanim, Sushronim samhatastanim, Didrukshurasita pangam, Didrukshurasita pangam, Upavartata Ravanaham, Upavartata Ravanah, Satamasitakee shantam, Sushronim samhatastanim, Satamasitake shantam, Sushronim samhatastanim, Didrukshurasita pangam, Upavartata Ravanah, Didrukshurasita pangam, Upavartata Ravanah. Together. Satamasitake shantam, Sushronim samhatastanim, Didrukshurasita pangam, Upavartata Ravanah. Okay, so now Ravana is seeing Sita Mata. Upavartata. It is a Langlakara pada, past tense word. Means he had returned. This means Ravana had done this many times before. He's returning to the Ashokavana. Probably it is a daily routine for him. Saha Ravanaha, that Ravana. Asita Keshantam. Asita, black, Keshantam, one with black tipped hair. Sushronim, one with beautiful hips. Samhatastanim, one with a beautiful stanabhaga. Asita Pangam, one with dark-eyed glances, sidelong glances which were dark and beautiful. Tam, Sitam, Didrukshuhu, desiring to see. Okay, Didrukshuhu Saha Ravanaha, one who was desirous of seeing, namely Ravana. Who was he desirous of seeing? The beautiful Sita Mata had returned. Upavartata, had returned. Okay, so daily routine, come daily morning, wake up, see Sita Mata, talk to her and go. So his daily darshan he is having now. Okay, so with this the Sarga ends. The conversation will come soon. Iti Srimad Ramayane Sundarakande Ashtadasha Sargaha Atha Ekonavimsha Sargaha. For those of you who know Sanskrit, 19 Ekonavimsha, Vimsha means 20. Ekaunavimsha means 1 less than 20 is equal to 19. That's how 19 is written. Ekonavimsha Sargaha. Okay. This is Tapaswini Varnanam. Entire Sarga, Sita Mata will be seen through the eyes of Ravana. Quiz question for the whole class. Which Sarga was Sita Mata seen through the eyes of Hanuman? Amma, we're seeing notes, huh? You can unmute it.
Ma'am,
Huh?
30, na?
Not 30. 30 is Namo.
After 27, 20,
27. There are only 9 Bhuvana. Ah, yes.
10 Sarga later.
1 minute. One person. 15. Yes, you are right. Claps for Shivamiji and I think even Ramji has got it right. Yes, 15.
I referred to the Sarga name. I didn't remember.
Okay. There's a lot of okay. So 15 the Sarga, whatever we see in 15, we are going to see practically in 19. You will think, these shlokas are all done before. No, we have done it before. No, why is Valmiki doing so much Punarukti? You will think. Please remember that is through the lens of Hanuman. Therefore, what is the lens? Bhakti. Okay, and the bhava of, oh my divine mother, I'm seeing her. Oh my divine mother, I'm seeing her. Words are the same, but what is the bhava here? A materialist seeing an object of desire.
Kama.
Okay, Kama. Kama the motivator versus Bhakti the motivator of 15 versus 19. If somebody asks you, please outline the difference in one sentence, you can say Bhakti versus Kama. 15 is full of only Bhakti. Same description, you start thinking, you will realize. Okay, we saw the deeper meaning of 15. When we did 15, those who are seeing the recording also go back and see Sarga 15 recordings. We will see the Jivatma, Paramatma connection, Jivatma, Guru connection, Jivatma, all the objects of the world, the Mana connection, all these things we discussed in 15. And how Ambal does not show herself without her Anugraha, we cannot see her. And when we see her, how she glows resplendently despite all the Mana of Maya around her, she still glows beautifully. Correct? It is only Maya Kalpita Mala that can be removed very easily through the eyes of Jnana. So we saw this in 15. Whereas in 19, he is seeing purely with Mala coated eyes, Maya coated eyes. Who is seeing? The person seeing in 15 is a Jnani. The person seeing in 15 is seeing Sita Mata as the summum bonum of his very existence. He is seeing her as the goal of his life. He is seeing her as the most divine being he's ever seen before, and therefore the bhakti and the way he looks at her is, she is glowing as the pure consciousness. Whereas in the 19th Sarga, Ravana is seeing her with completely clouded vision. Just like we have clouded vision towards all the objects that tempt us and draw us into samsara, Ravana is now being a template for how are we drawn towards the various objects. Okay, the Dasha Indriyas work he is doing. Okay, so that's what we're going to see. Tasminneva tatah kale Rajaputri tvanindita रूपयौवनसम्पन्नं रूपयौवनसम्पन्नं भूषणोत्तमभूषितं भूषणोत्तमभूषितम् तस्मिन्नेव ततः काले राजपुत्री त्वनिन्दिता तस्मिन्नेव ततः काले राजपुत्री त्वनिन्दिता रूपयौवनसम्पन्नं भूषणोत्तमभूषितं रूपयौवनसम्पन्नं भूषणोत्तमभूषितं टुगेदर तस्मिन्नेव ततः काले राजपुत्री त्वनिन्दिता रूपयौवनसम्पन्नं भूषणोत्तमभूषितं second shloka also we have to see for the अन्वय ततो दृष्ट्वैव वैदेही ततो दृष्ट्वैव वैदेही रावणं राक्षसाधिपं रावणं राक्षसाधिपं प्रावेपतवरारोहा प्रावेपतवरारोहा प्रवाते कदलीयथा प्रवाते कदलीयथा ततो दृष्ट्वैव वैदेही रावणं राक्षसाधिपं ततो दृष्ट्वैव वैदेही रावणं राक्षसाधिपम् प्रावेपतवरारोहा प्रवाते कदलीयथा प्रावेपतवरारोहा प्रवाते कदलीयथा टुगेदर ततो दृष्ट्वैव वैदेही रावणं राक्षसाधिपं प्रावेपतवरारोहा प्रवाते कदलीयथा. Now let's see the meaning. Pravepata, shaking. Okay. Tataha, then. Tasmin kale, at that time. Eva, only. Rajaputri Anindita Vararoha Vaidehi. Rajaputri, the princess. Anindita, please note the same usage. Anindita, the blameless one. Okay, here Ravana also is looking at her. When he is seeing her as blameless, he realizes that she is here only because of him. The blame is squarely on his shoulders, not hers. She is therefore not here out of her own free will. She has been coerced to living in his Ashokavana. She's been kidnapped out of her will. So it is definitely, the blame is not on her court. Vararoha, the one with an auspicious countenance. Vaidehi, the princess of the kingdom of Videha. So he realizes she is a princess, she belongs to a great lineage, married into a great lineage. I have abducted her and she is a beautiful one in front of me. Rupa Yavana Sampannam Bhushanottama Bhushitam Rakshasadipam Ravanam. By the use of Ditya Vibhakti, you must have realized that Rupa Yavana Sampannam and Bhushanottama Bhushitam refer to Ravana. Rupa Yavana Sampannam means what? One who is filled with or replete with Rupa, beauty, handsomeness, Yavana, youth. Okay. Ravana is older than Ravana was like many hundreds of years of age, still described as Yavana. Why? Because Rakshasas don't age like us. He is a Kama Rupi. If he wants to take the form of an old man, he can. If he wants to take the form of a young sprig, he can. So now, right now, he had youthful beauty because he was out to woo Sita Mata. Okay. So Rupa Yavana Sampannam, one with great youth and beauty. You must remember how in Mahishasura Mardini incident also, Mahisha, who had the head of a bull, of a buffalo, what did he do? When he came in front of Ambal and he wanted her to marry him, he did not come like Mahisha. He came like a beautiful, handsome, young, eligible king trying to court her. Okay. With no success at all. But here also he looks young, handsome. Bhushanottama Bhushitam. Okay. So adorned with the most, supreme of ornaments. Rakshasadipam, the chief of the Rakshasas. Ravanam. Drishtva eva. The moment he saw her, Pravate kadaliyatha pravepata. Pravate. Pravate means in my strong wind. Kadali means banana plant. If the banana plant is accosted by a strong gust of wind, how it would shake. In the same way, Pravepata. She started to tremble. Okay, the moment he saw her, she started to tremble. Achadyodaramurubhyam Achadyodaramurubhyam Bahubhyam Chapayodharau Bahubhyam Chapayodharau Upavishtam Vishalakshi Upavishtam Vishalakshi Rudantim Varavarninim Rudantim Varavarninim Achadyodaramurubhyam Bahubhyam Chapayodharau Achadyodaramurubhyam Bahubhyam Chapayodharau Upavishtam Vishalakshi Rudantim Varavarninim Upavishtam Vishalakshi Rudantim Varavarninim. Together. Achadyodaramurubhyam Bahubhyam Chapayodharau Upavishtam Vishalakshim Rudantim Varavarninim. So here there is no obvious Kartrapada. We have to add the Karta and the verb. Ravanaha Dadarsha. Ravana saw. What did he see? Just now we saw, no? Sita Mata started trembling. The moment he saw her, she started trembling. Now, what does Ravana see? Ravana saw. This is a very sad shloka. Every time I read it, I feel sad, and if I tell the meaning, I feel extremely sad. Vishalakshi, one with long, beautiful eyes. Okay. Varavarnini, one with a beautiful face, complexion. Urubhyam, with her thighs. Udaram, stomach. Pahubhyam, with her arms. Payodharav, her stanabhaga. Achadya, covering. So essentially, she had rolled herself into a cocoon. When you are very scared, no? How will you sit? With your arms covering your upper body and your legs covering your lower body, you'll crouch in fear. You'll crouch in fear. That's how she looked. How Hanuman would have felt at that time. How we feel when we hear this. How Hanuman would feel. Right? If Rama was there, what would he have done? Right? How Hanuman would have felt at that time. He would have. That's why the whole thing of how he sorrows on account of Sita goes on. So this is how she sat. Achadya. And what was she doing? Rudantim, crying. Upavishtam, seated. He saw. Okay. So according to the commentator who sticks to Alankara Varnana, he says it's Swabhava Ukti Alankaraha. This essentially shows that she is experiencing great fear. Okay. So that's the description of Sita Mata given here. It is my earnest prayer, just like how Sita Mata got out of it and everything became all right. The amount of crimes against women that happen in today's society, the same post, every time I think of the post, I think of women who are under threat. So that should not happen, and Rama should take avatar again and again to save Dharma. Right? Okay, next shloka. Dashagrivastu Vaidehim Dashagrivastu Vaidehim Rakshitam Rakshasi Ganaihi Rakshitam Rakshasi Ganaihi Dadarshasitam Dukkhartam Dadarshasitam Dukkhartam Navam Sannami Varnave Navam Sannami Varnave Dashagrivastu Vaidehim Rakshitam Rakshasi Ganaihi Dashagrivastu Vaidehim Rakshitam Rakshasi Ganaihi Dadarshasitam Dukkhartam Navam Sannami Varnave Dadarshasitam Dukkhartam Navam Sannami Varnave. Together. Dashagrivastu Vaidehi Rakshitam Rakshasi Ganaihi Dadarsha Sitam Dukhartam Navam Sannami Varnave. This description also is there before. Dashagrivaha tu. Dashagrivaha, one with 10 heads, but Ravana. Rakshasi Ganaihi Rakshitam, protected by a collection of Rakshasis. Vaidehim, Dukhartam Vaidehim, the sad Vaidehi. Arnave Sannam Navamiva. Like Arnave means in the ocean. Sannam means what? Floundering. Navamiva means boat. Okay, like a small boat floundering in a mighty ocean. Sitam Dadarsha. Mata had essentially lost control over her balance and equipoise. She had given way to tears. She was trembling, she was frightened. This is how she appeared as if she was a boat floundering in a ocean, surrounded by all these Rakshasis. Asamvritayamasīnām dharanyām samshitavrataām chinnām prapatitāṃ bhūmau shākhāmiva vanaspateः Asamvritayamasīnām dharanyām samshitavrataām chinnām prapatitāṃ bhūmau shākhāmiva vanaspateः chinnām prapatitāṃ bhūmau shākhāmiva vanaspateः. Together. Asamvritayamasīnām dharanyām samshitavrataām chinnām prapatitāṃ bhūmau shākhāmiva vanaspateः. Asamvritayam asinam dharanyam. Dharanyam means on the ground. Asamvritayam asinam, uncovered seat. She was not even having a seat. She was just sitting directly on the earth. Right? Samshita vratam. One who is in a, samshita means very sad state. One who is in a very woeful state. Chinnam bhumau prapatitam vanaspatehe shakamiva. Vanaspatehe shakham. Vanaspati refers to a tree. Shakha refers to a branch. Okay. Chinnam, that which had broken off from the tree, bhumau prapatitam, and fallen to the ground. So she appeared like a healthy branch of a tree that had been broken off and flung on the ground. She appeared that woeful and sad. Okay. There is a deeper meaning to Samshita Vrata. On first appearance, it just describes one who is in a very imbalanced, sad, woeful state. If you look at it in a different way, Vrata refers to a vow or a promise that she has made. What is the Vrata or promise that she made? The promise that she made and Lord Rama made before their avatar was to bring about the destruction of Ravana. So Samshita Vrata, one who had stuck to her vow. It is because she had taken that sankalpa that she is going to rid Bhuma Devi of this horrible asura that she had put herself in that position, right? So Samshita Vrata, one who had taken that vow. So that is the meaning given by Tilaka in his commentary. Devadi Rakshanaya Ugra Sankalpam Kritam. One who had taken a terrible vow to protect the Devas. This shows the extent of her Karunya Bhava. It is easy for Rama to say, oh yes, I will take an avatar and come to earth and destroy this asura. But without Sita Mata, this destruction would have been just impossible. She is the one who put herself through untold suffering. We almost were in tears 2 shlokas before. This is her state. She put herself through untold suffering just to save the Devas. So this shows the extent of her Karunya Bhava, her Daya, Kshama, all the Lakshmi Ashtotra Sahasranamavali should come before your eyes now. Right? Every Nama is so relevant to her. She is so beautiful, so kind, so good, so compassionate that for the sake of her children, she put herself through such a terrible woe. Even Bhishma's woe pales in comparison. Correct? This is the kind of resolution that Bhagavan takes to protect his devotees. Rajiji, your hand is raised.
Ma'am, when Sitama is suffering a lot, only to just in other way, they have taken avatar to give mukti to Ravana. But in the first phrase, why Ravana character is has been I know he has the vara of varam and all, but why he is so like that, ma'am? That lust and all, because we haven't seen such rakshasa any kind of rakshasa before. I think, no, ma'am.
We are seeing such Ravanas daily, Rajiji. Even today, in today's world, we are seeing Ravanas.
No, why God has created that much of Ravana's mentality? Why they have made like that? I'm not understanding. I'm unable to. I know Sita Mata has taken so much of suffering, but why? Why?
Okay, why is there so much of evil? Why is there so much of adharma? Why is there so much of wrongness? Where dharma, see, there are many ways to answer this question. Okay, one is balance. Second is every jivatma has to work out its karma. Okay, some karma gets worked out in positive situations, some karma gets worked out in evil situations like these, suffering, pain, okay, caused by evil people or evil situations. So when these karmas have to be undergone, somebody has to be there to do it. How do they come and put themselves in that place? Due to their own negative karma, which leads them further into further negative karma. That is why there is a category of people known as Rakshasas who do this. And they get into terrible problems every time. Okay, so this is one way of looking at it. Correct. Another way of looking at it is, we don't know why the evil has come or where it has come from. But the way to protect from that evil is to uphold dharma. Every time dharma is upheld, every time dharma is protected, evil cannot triumph. Good will triumph in the end. That is only the endeavor of a birth. Endeavor of the entire cycle of birth and death is to get out of, to overcome the evil that we face and to come out of it. And many times the evil is not external, evil is internal. That is another way of looking at it. Within each one of us lie various shadripus in different balances. The same things we are ourselves guilty of doing, but we do not bring it under the light of inspection of others. It is within us. If we look within many of our own natures, we will be shocked at the kind of thoughts that come in our own minds. Correct? You just observe your own thoughts. Very carefully observe. Luckily, everything that we think, we do not express. We have that filter. Correct? But many times the thoughts that come, but only by Bhagavan's grace, positive thoughts can come. Correct? And Kali Yuga is such that negative thoughts come easier than positive thoughts. So how to prevent the negative thoughts? Nama. Chant Nama, your name, your mind is clear. At least it's like daily taking the duster and wiping the blackboard, which is fully written. Correct. So where is the evil? We have never seen such evil. That evil is within us. Is the evil there today? Evil is very much there today. Don't we see enough cases? I don't even have to name them. Correct. It can take various forms. Evil against women, evil against dharma, evil against people in general, evil against one particular kind of people, against the people of a particular language. Tell me where we haven't shown evil. Our potential for following adharma is very high. Correct, no? Okay, I'll not get started on that topic. We'll go to the next shloka if we have time. Malamandanadikdhangim Malamandanadikdhangim Mandanarhama Manditam Mandanarhama Manditam Mrinali Pankadikdheva Mrinali Pankadikdheva Vibhati na vibhati cha Vibhati na vibhati cha. All of you recognize, no? Vibhati na vibhati cha. You'll see the meaning. Malamandana digdhangi mandanarhama manditam Malamandana digdhangi mandanarhama manditam Mrinali pankadigdheva Vibhati na vibhati cha mrinali pankadigdheva vibhati na vibhati cha. Together. Malamandana digdhangi mandanarhama manditam mrinali pankadigdheva vibhati na vibhati cha. Okay. Vibhati na vibhati cha. Shining yet not shining. There we said shining, not shining yet shining. Here it is shining yet not shining. Pradhana is given for not shining over shining. Why? Mala mandana digdhangim. Mala, dust. Mandana, covered with digdha angim, spared on her form. Okay, one who was covered with dust. Mandanarham, one who deserved the finest of ornaments. Amanditam, without any ornaments. Okay. Pankadigdha mrinaliniva, like a lotus dipped in dust. Okay, mrinali refers to lotus. Okay. Pankadigdha, smeared or dipped in dust. Panka means dust. Panka means dust. Vibhatina vibhaticha. She was glowing because she was attractive to Ravana despite the fact that she was so dusty and bad in her appearance, without any ornaments, without any nice clothes, covered with dust. She still appeared attractive as an object of desire. So she was vibhati, glowing. But why was she not vibhati at all? She was not attractive, she was not shining because he still could not fully look through her external appearance. He could not recognize the fact that she is Jagannatha. For him, she is just a beautiful lady. So he only looks at her as, she is beautiful, attractive, I want to possess her. He doesn't realize that she is the supreme consciousness. She is the Jagannatha. He is still deluded by Maya, which makes him think that just a lady, beautiful lady, but I want her. Only an object he sees her as. He doesn't see her as Bhagavan. He doesn't see her as God. The moment he sees as God, Hanuman saw her as God. So vibhati na vibhati, despite being covered in all the dust and all, she was not glowing. Yet she appeared glowing, as only pure consciousness can appear glowing. To the upasaka, to the sincere bhakta, she would appear glowing. To a person like Ravana, blinded by kama, krodha, moha, mada, matsarya, which is how we look. That is why we are not able to see God. Why don't we see Bhagavan Pratyaksha? Because for us also, vibhati na vibhati cha only. For us also, Bhagavan, we only see objects. We don't see Bhagavan. Correct? Because what do we see? We see the Maya Vastu. We don't see the Paratattva underneath it. We don't see the substratum of the Maya Vastu. The moment we start seeing substratum, everything will glow beautifully. That is only knowledge, glowing, seeing the correct thing. Now, why do we compare knowledge to light? Because only in light we can see reality. In dark, we are literally in dark because darkness of ignorance. This is how Ravana is. Vibhati na vibhati cha, because he does not recognize her to be the Parampara. He doesn't recognize her to be Mahalakshmi. He only sees her as an object. Okay. So that is the meaning. Now with this we will close for today.